right, good evening, everybody. Chris and Tiffany here with High Seas Cruising. Welcome to this week's live video. We are here. We are ready to go. Coming to you from a cold, chilly Texas on this Wednesday evening. Mother Nature is still in the middle of her drink package. She is on drink 15, running rampant. Short sleeves just a couple of days ago. Winter parkas today and tomorrow. And they said by 80 degrees by the beginning of next week. Shorts and t-shirts.
Yep.
All in a 7-day period.
Look at yesterday. It was, when I was driving home, it was 70 degrees. And by the time we went to bed, it was already in the 30s.
That's because Mother Nature is drunk on the Lido deck, having herself a good time. I'm glad she's having a great vacation, but really, she needs to take it on home. She really does.
So Texas Cruiser is here. Good evening, folks. Whatever floats your boat. I love that name. Hey, y'all. Attila the Fun's here. Hi, y'all. Sheikah's here. Hello, everyone. Texas Cruiser says it's pretty darn cold here in Galveston County.
I imagine. I mean, the cold and then the wind coming off of that water.
Yeah.
But
whatever says this crazy weather will make you sick. Yes, it will. I've been fighting something since Friday.
make you stay in your house.
Yeah. Frankie Floyd's with us, 10 days, and on our cruise. Yes.
Awesome. Well, we are hoping that wherever you're sailing from, because I've forgotten, that you have good weather and you're heading someplace warm and getting away from this craziness that is going on here. But we were just looking at a video. Where is that, from Michigan, where it looks like the cars are like frozen in ice?
Yeah, like halfway up the cars, not just the tires, like some cars over the hood of the car.
Yeah, I mean, it is just going crazy out there with this Arctic blast that we're getting.
Yeah, so if anybody's there, yeah, I hope you're safe. I know my mom was telling me today that Montana, because my sister lives in Montana, that it's negative 23 with the wind chill of like negative, I want to say 58. That sounds outrageous, but that's what I said. So,
I don't know. Well, for it to be getting down into the 20s this far south, you know it's going to be super cold that far north.
yes. Ray is here. Hi from Judy and Ray Nags Head. 3 inches of snow on the beach. Crazy.
Wow, that's wild.
I would want to be out there on the beach making snow angels and snowmen. How often can you say, I went to the beach and made a snow angel?
That is true. That would be a unique moment, I have to admit.
Sorry. Misty's here. I'm pre-gold status on Royal, and I think I speak for everyone that the price needs to go down. Hello, sorry I had to. You're right. You're absolutely right.
That was one of those sarcastic. She's gold. See what I started?
Yes. Attila the Fun's here. Says, shiver me timbers, it's cold.
Exactly.
Tara is here. Welcome, Tara. Hello, everyone. Misty says, -1 temp with -13 wind chill here in Iowa.
Ooh.
Yeah, no. Whatever said, we had more snow last night.
I'm pretty sure I was actually meant to be a migratory bird. It's wintertime. I should go south.
Yes.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yes. Texas.
Yes, I can take a cruise.
No. Texas Cruiser said, amazing, Ray. We had 4 inches of snow here in Galveston County a few weeks ago. If I knew how to drive in the snow, I'd have gone to Galveston and made a snow angel, but I can't drive in snow. Sheikah says, no way I could not live in Montana. My mom did for 10 years, and the last winter she was there, they had record-breaking cold, and she said, nope, I'm done. I'm going back to Texas.
Where it's 20 degrees.
Yeah. I think that first winter she was back, it snowed on or right around Christmas.
Yeah.
Because we had snow on our porch with the Christmas decorations, so I was laughing. Misty says wind chill got to -42 below the other day and 6 inches of snow. Gotta love the Midwest.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yes.
I mean, there are times when I'm very happy we live in the South, very happy we live down here in Texas. the middle of August is not one of those times when we essentially became the devil's armpit.
Yes.
And, I'm pretty sure we're scorching down here, but I'm happy when it's minus 42 in other places. Not that I wish minus 42 on anybody,
No,
but
it's not here.
that's true. It is absolutely not here.
Yeah. Carolyn, thank you very much for the super sticker.
Oh, yes. Thank you. While always appreciated, absolutely not necessary. We are just happy to have everybody here, but thank you very much.
Yes.
It is appreciated. It will go to a drink next time we are on the cruise ship. That's what that goes to.
Yes.
That goes to let's be honest in reality, Tiffany will have had a specialty coffee on that right off the bat. She's like, mine, specialty coffee.
Yep.
But that will get used. Harmony of the Seas, August the 16th.
Texas Cruiser says a bit of good news here. Tremont Hotel opened its rooftop bar. It looks awesome. Great views of the port and of the Strand.
But it's cold. That's great. But I'd like to know who's going to be up there enjoying that right now. But that's one hotel we have not stayed at.
No.
We may have to eventually. I still personally am a really big fan of the Harbor House.
Mm-hmm.
Actually
recommended the Harbor House to a friend of mine who is going to be cruising in a couple weeks.
Yeah, to me, that's still going to be the top number one choice in Galveston for seeing the cruise ships.
Yes, when it's out of season.
Oh, yeah, because when it's out of season, it is a lot less expensive. In season, it can be quite pricey, but it is a superb location for cruising.
Carolyn says, we have sunshine in Colorado, but it is freezing. Enjoy your drink.
She will. She will. Thank you again.
Yes.
Yep, Tiffany will have a specialty coffee, and she will love every minute of it.
Yes. Misty, the cold is making the 53 more days go so much slower. I bet it is.
Yeah, the cold days, especially when you know you have warm coming up.
Yeah.
You know you have sun and Lido and shorts and t-shirts on the horizon.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I don't know where you're at, Misty, but it would be really rough waiting that 53 days here because you go into any...
Misty's from Iowa.
Oh, Iowa. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I read that. My brain's not quite yet. But you go into all the stores here and all the swimsuits and spring outfits, the summer dresses, the shorts, they're all out. So yeah, that would make it really more difficult.
That's because that's Walmart. Walmart's putting
No,
that
it's not just
advantage.
Walmart. It's every place I've gone into. Whatever says we'll be leaving NOLA in 2 weeks for our cruise. Be glad to get out of this cold weather. Yes.
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 I have to give you Tiffany's NOLA recommendation, which is cafe au lait and a beignet for a cruise.
And if you like coffee. Oh yeah, it's Cafe au lait. I'm telling you, it's Cafe du Monde.
Is the name of the place, but
you need the cafe.
it's cafe au lait and a beignet.
Yes. Yes.
Of course, Tiffany would get that in any place that would offer that to her.
Yes. Texas Cruiser, they have sliding glass window or door to close for weather. There you go.
Oh, okay.
Nellie's here. Hey, y'all. 7 days
To go. You're making us jealous. That's
Yeah.
twice.
Yeah.
Jealousy is raging again. James is here.
Yes. I was reading. Nellie says, hey, all 7 days until the baby 4-night Mariner cruise. It's still a cruise.
Yeah, it's still a cruise.
James, hello, Chris and Tiffany and all the high seas cruisers. Nellie, I don't know what to do just 4 days. Enjoy it. Enjoy.
Send pictures going nanny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on the ship and you're not.
Yeah, in your shorts and t-shirt while we're all bundled up in parkas and
Exactly.
beanies and scarves and Misty, can I use a prepaid Visa when I book in on the app, not wanting to put my debit card on file?
Yes, for booking, you can use a prepaid card. because it's still a Visa card, so it still works and processes exactly like one. You can even use one for your onboard ship account. Just remember they do put holds on it, so kind of keep that in mind. Or you can use a cash account or even gift cards
Yeah.
for your onboard account. But yes, you absolutely can book with a prepaid Visa card.
Aliens here. Howdy all. Alien says, I have a cold and clogged ear, but I'm here. I had something and clogged ears, and that medicine I took helped a lot. Can't remember the name of it though.
I can't either. You sent me a picture, made me go find it.
Yes. Bob's here. Finally made it.
Welcome.
Let me get the name of that medicine. It's on the counter.
But all right, so we got everybody here, everybody good to go. There have been some interesting stories. I'm sure a lot of y'all have already seen. I know Texas Cruiser has already seen that because he's a big, huge Royal Caribbean fan. But they have announced the name of the third Royal Caribbean Icon class ship is going to be Legend of the Seas. They're bringing back an oldie but a goodie
Yes.
for that ship. But it actually kind of surprised me that they went with Legend of the Seas. I thought they were going to go with the 4-letter names a little bit further than they did. Icon, 4 letters. Star, 4 letters. I was really thinking it was going to be something more like Epic of the Seas or something like that, but instead they pulled from the past. Now we've seen Carnival do that. A lot of them will do that. They'll pull some of their original names and put them back on ships. And it looks like that is what Royal Caribbean is going to be doing this week.
I will be right back.
Okay. She has decided she is off. She is out of here. Well, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I like putting out those daily videos. Like I said, pure satire, pure fun, pure just poking jokes and fun at some people that take aspects of cruising way too seriously when it's supposed to be a fun, enjoyable vacation, and instead they're just going nuts out there. Did you find what you were looking for?
Alien said, try to remember Tiffany the medicine. I cannot say that name.
You're going to have to make sure it's getting. You're going to have to wait. There it goes.
But that's it. I got this at Walmart in the flu department. It's on the bottom shelf. It's about $18. I've done 3 doses and have felt.
We are not sponsored and or affiliated with that medicine in any way, shape, or form. I have to say that.
And take it at your own risk. That's what helped me.
This does not constitute medical advice. Only what Tiffany has taken and works for her. Sorry, I got to throw all that legal jargon in there just in case. You never know.
Yeah. So, but that's what I've been taking, and it has worked great. It's unclogged my ears. My throat's not hurting anymore. So there you go.
You are right.
Misty.
There.
Yeah. Misty asked, does the hold get put on at time of rehearsal or when we check in at port?
It's once you get on the ship and your sign and sail account activates. I want to say that it's like $100 they put on hold on the card right away or something. It's never affected us. Of course, we never spend a lot on our onboard accounts. It's never something that's gotten in our way. But just use an example, if you put a $200 prepaid card on file, you may see 100 of that held until it cycles through and they pay. It's kind of weird how they do it, but usually they'll put the hold on there within the first day or two of being on the ship.
James says, talking about cold, we got some for you here in Cincinnati. The wind chill stayed in the teens today. No, thank you, James.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
No, you keep that up there with you.
Nellie says, Galveston will get an icon class in the year 2254.
All right. Now he's messing with Rick.
Sheikah says,
That was a straight poke at you, Rick.
who's excited about the new Royal Caribbean ship? And then, yes, Sheikah, quick 4-night. Texas Cruiser, I expect a push to use Majesty, Monarch, and Sovereign on future ships.
say I really thought they were going to stick with the four-letter names for a little while. I thought that would have been pretty cool if they'd have kept that up for that, at least for that particular class. But hey, they do what they do.
Yeah.
But those would be good names, though. Those would be good names.
Nellie's sister is joining on this Mariner.
Oh, is it her first? Is it her first? Are you taking a cruisy newbie?
Yes. Then Alien says, awesome, thanks. Laugh out loud. I screen captured that. Carolyn says, thanks, Tiffany. Feel better soon. Thank you. Ray, they got so many ships out there, they have to recycle the names. Yes.
Well, no, I mean, I've yet to see the proper name on a ship.
High Sea Cruiser.
I was just thinking, Chris of the Seas. I'd be okay with that. What do you think? And every cruise line could use it.
Yes.
The Princess Chris. I'm okay with that. I'm secure in my manhood. You can name a princess ship after me. The Carnival Chris. The Norwegian. See, it works. Chris of the Seas.
Bob says, hey, y'all. Texas Cruiser. Yeah. Nelly, count on Icon 4 coming this way.
That has also spread over into Facebook, by the way.
Nelly said it's her second. She did a Backstreet Boys cruise.
I'm not sure if I should go yay or I'm sorry.
That could be fun.
The cruise
It's
or the Backstreet Boys?
It's a cruise. It's going to be fun. Nelly said Carnival long time ago.
Cruise with the Backstreet. Not my cup. I'm sorry. That could make me go, no, you know what? I'll go next time. It's not dirty enough for me. Yeah. If it was, Comic-Con, because there was a Comic-Con cruise, I'd go on that. I could let my inner nerd fly.
Yeah, you could.
You'd be like, you're going where? Again? We call that solo. You gonna read the comments?
I'm caught up.
Are we caught up?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I told you the story. Allure of the Seas, on her transatlantic sailings, she's heading over to Europe. She's going to be getting her millions of dollars upgrades. She has stowaways. 2 stowaways, as a matter of fact, hanging out in the Central Park area. They got caught.
Yep. One got away, though.
That's true. They caught they caught them both, and then one got away, and they're trying to catch the second one again. But yeah, stowaways on Allure of the Seas. Turns out they have 2 burrowing owls. And apparently these 2 owls, though, the burrowing owls, they mate for life. So they believe this is a mated pair. That's why there's 2. But because the ship is traveling to Europe, there's an animal quarantine issue going on. So they have to capture the second one again. They have them both. One got away, so now they have one, and the other one went right back to Central Park. Now they have to catch the second one again, so they can be taken off the ship immediately upon arrival, put on a plane, and flown back to Miami for all of those animal laws and everything like that. Because apparently if they don't catch them, there's issues with the ship docking, and then the ship has to go into quarantine and all kinds of stuff over these 2 little stowaways.
Yeah.
Which apparently are passenger favorites. The passengers are loving on these birds. The crew members are feeding them. I saw one where apparently the chefs are making them a little steak. So these owls are not starving, suffering, or having a bad time. They're getting themselves a quality Royal Caribbean cruise.
Yep.
But unfortunately, they didn't pay. They've got to get off.
Yes. Nellie said, I looked up Comic-Con, $3,000 for it. No way.
Which is why you see me sitting here.
Yes. Because if he went on a Comic-Con for that much, you better be putting me on a Disney.
Oh, well, okay. That's better than where I thought it was going to go, where she's going to be like, they do the Hallmark Channel cruise.
No. Misty says, random question. Why is it that the ships have like Nassau under the name of the back of the ship?
That is where the ship is registered. So none of these ships, if you actually look at them, other than Norwegian Cruise Line's Pride of America, are not registered in the United States. They're registered in foreign countries, Nassau, Panama, places like that. It is cheaper for tax purposes and things like that for those ships. So, yep, that's where the ship is registered in.
Texas Cruiser says you will make her loyal to Royal, Nelly. Nothing wrong with that. Andre's here. Hey, y'all, it's snowing in Virginia. We got 6 inches and counting.
Ooh.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
Misty,
We're good.
I looked at that cruise for Comic-Con too.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
pretty expensive. I mean, I would have loved to have been on there. I know that, oh, my mind just went blank. Tony was on there from La Lita Loca. There we go. My brain's twisted. A lot of panels, a lot of, panel discussions and different events. It was really, really Comic-Con. Except the schedule was very, very busy.
Yeah.
It would have been a ton of fun. You like to fly your nerd flag every once in a while, which I do.
Yeah, you do. You run around the house with your lightsaber.
It's not true.
Nellie says, I will introduce you to the internet page. I wrote the name and YouTube wouldn't let me post. Haha. Carolyn says, ooh, with the owl emoji.
Oh.
Or sorry. Texas, I want to see Allure after getting Amped when she arrives in Galveston.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And Ray says, USS Tiffany sounds good to me.
Well, see, you know what? I'm going to agree with Ray. Because one, if it has USS in front of it, it means it's a warship. Okay? Which means, yeah, she's running around all kinds of places just pestering people.
Yep, I do that well. Don't I?
I do feel like I'm being terrorized and attacked by a foreign nation. So, yes, I will go with the USS Tiffany in that particular case. That makes her a U.S. naval vessel.
Yes. Nellie says, Ray, I like that one. Carolyn said, those are my kind of stowaways. Birds. Yep.
Yeah, usually, a lot of times you'll see the little yellow ones. We saw, remember, a little yellow one on Norwegian? Mm-hmm. No, Princess.
It was Princess because we thought it was sick or something.
No, it just turned out it was a stowaway. The little yellow ones, the finches, I think they are, they stow away kind of often, it seems like. But the big owls, they saw that greenery and said, ooh.
Yeah. Bob says, me too, Texas. Nellie, Rick, I plan on Allure 2. And Alien says, for a short amount of time, I was researching having an owl as a pet. I don't know. I've seen them owls up close. They kind of, I don't know, they scare me. Them beaks.
I know, I've seen people with owls before,
yeah,
and stuff like that.
Yeah. I just don't have we don't have the time to.
I mean, Harry Potter had an owl. That's obviously real.
Yeah. The nerd's flying.
Right here. Said the girl with the mouse on her shirt.
Cheryl is here. Hello, Cheryl. Nellie, I watched a video and Tony was in Cozumel Enchantment Park next to Harmony. That size difference was wow.
Oh, yeah. Itty bitty. Big giant.
Yeah.
Well, they parted. Yeah, you were clearly, there's an Oasis park next to you, and there's an Oasis park next to you. Remember, we were in Costa Maya, and remember the Harmony was right there?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, she was big compared to us. She was quite big. We were there on Voyager of the Seas.
Yeah.
And Harmony still was dwarfing us. So, yeah, those are giant ships.
Alien has a bird. He loves birds. She's my homie. He has a parrot.
Parrots are awesome, though.
Yes. My mom had a cockatoo that quacked like a duck.
Was it a confused bird?
No, but when Cody was about 2, my mom had this duck dressed in a Christmas outfit, and when he touched its beak, it quacked Christmas carols.
So the bird learned to quack.
The bird learned to quack Christmas carols. because Cody wouldn't quit touching the beak.
All right. So a Christmas Carol quacking cockatoo.
Yes.
Take all kinds.
Attila said it's the width that's so impressive, large looking. Misty says, I think a bird of prey would be about the only bird I would own. I fell out. Yeah.
I lost where you went over there.
We're at James now.
Oh,
Yes, we'll be checking out Harmony in August. And then Cheryl, which are your favorite ships?
the ones that float. I have to go with that's my answer. The ones that float. I don't necessarily, me personally, I don't necessarily have I love them all. I am so non-committal to my cruise ship. I've gotten on every single cruise ship, and there's something about it I like. I love the fact that I'm on a cruise. I've been on super small cruise ships, from Fantasy class to Carnival. I've been all the way up on an Oasis class ship to Allure of the Seas. All the sizes in between almost. And, some of them got some issues that are like, but I've never come off a ship and said, never again.
Yeah.
Not once. It is honestly hard to pick my absolute favorite. It really, really is. I would say the closest I can come is if I had to pick my favorite cruise line, I would probably pick Royal Caribbean. I think that checks more of my boxes for how I like to cruise is probably the best way to say it. And that's because I like their shows, their aqua shows, their ice skating shows, things like that. But I don't know that I can pick a favorite ship.
Sorry.
That's
Carolyn
what she said.
said it is stunning to see the comparison between those ships. Attila says makes all the other ships look skinny, but they really aren't. Carolyn says, agree, Chris. They all have character. Meant to ask size. Cheryl said meant to ask size. So what size of ship?
Again, it's the same exact problem. I loved being on the Oasis class ship. For as huge and as big as that ship was, 6,000 people on it, never felt crowded. I didn't feel like there were 6,000 people on it. But I've also been on a fantasy class ship, and I love the size of that ship too. I've been on again, I'm so I just love them all.
Yes.
I love them all. Every one of them has got something different to offer, a characteristic, something that makes you just love that ship.
Attila, I like big ships and I cannot lie.
That's what I was laughing at and saying that's what she said.
Texas Cruiser says, I saw a video that Life with Favor posted in Costa Maya, and it showed a Virgin ship next to Icon. That size difference was huge. Ray says the best ship we have been on is the one we are on now.
There you go. That is a good answer. That is a perfect answer. My favorite cruise ship is the one I'm fixing to go on next. So that make it Harmony of Seas.
Alien says, I'll catch the replay of the show later. I'm off to stew in my illness and plugged up ears as I watch my wrestling. Have a great evening. Alien, I hope you feel better soon. I know it sucks being sick.
Yeah, absolutely. Enjoy your show. Take some medicine. Feel better. And we'll catch up with you next week.
Yes. James says, I'm the same way, but we'll say NCL Escape and Encore are really nice and are big, but not oversized.
Yeah, we still got to try those.
Misty, does anyone know the best place to get Cuban, I'm assuming food, in Fort Lauderdale? Been looking online and taking notes.
I do not have.
Been to Fort Lauderdale.
We know, well, let me phrase that. I can't think of the name of it, but we know a good place in Key West
Yeah, but I don't remember the name of it.
No, I'd have to go back and look at the video because I show it in the video when we ate there. No, I didn't film. I wasn't
We
filming
weren't
that.
filming at that time because the kids were with us.
That's right. But yeah, there's a pretty good place in Key West. I know we've eaten Cuban there before.
Yeah.
But not super familiar with Fort Lauderdale. So I will leave that to an expert on that.
Cheryl said, I know you would go on all ships, but what's your top exotic basket list cruise?
It wouldn't be a ship, it would be a itinerary, and for me that would be the British Isles. That would be the British Isles cruise would be my bucket list cruise to go on. There's several. I still want to go through the Panama Canal, preferably on an older, smaller ship because they'll go through the old locks. Newer ships can't fit through the old locks, but ships like I want to say it's like the Caribbean Princess can still go through the old locks. She's small enough and does. But my personal bucket list cruise is the British Isles.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much anything in Europe, but the British Isles would be first, and then the fjords in Norway.
Yes. Texas says I've been on Allure and Harmony, and it went away.
Right there.
I've been on Allure and Harmony, and they never felt crowded.
Yeah, it's one of those odd, weird phenomenons with the Oasis class ships that it's hard to believe until you see it. Tiffany does not believe it. She's not convinced yet that it's going to feel like that, are you? Mm-hmm. But I'm telling you, you feel oddly. The ship feels oddly empty for 6,000 people on it. It really does. It's spaced so perfectly that there's room for people to spread out. And that's a feeling I've ever only had on an Oasis class ship. I like those middle ones, but you get 4,000 passengers on a mid-class ship. There's times when there's 4,000 passengers on that ship. Oasis, it's not like that. It's odd, but it's not. You'll see.
Tella says, yeah, those Virgin ships are slim looking, but it's the way they are built and designed. Nellie says, Galveston with Liberty and Symphony soon is going to be cool. Yay.
Yes. Definitely going to be on Symphony after she comes in. I think Tiffany's going to get hooked on Harmony and will be ready to go on Symphony after that cruise.
Nellie says, when I went on that cold, rainy Harmony and it still never felt crowded and it was sold out. Texas has got that right, Nellie.
Yeah, it's so weird that those ships are just proportioned so well.
Attila Shika, just kidding. I like mid-size ships too, but I have not tried an Icon class Royal ship yet, so I might be surprised. And then Alien says, thanks, Chris. Thanks, Tiffany. Thanks, Shika. Nellie, if Royal allows, I am going to use my annual casino on the Icon.
I'm sure that would. It should be an offer you have available to you when you log into their site. Should. Don't quote me on that, though.
Desiree's here. Good evening. Welcome, Desiree. Nellie, I want to do Norwegian fjords.
Yeah, I do too. That seems like that would be like the elite version of Alaska scenery. Because I've seen when those ships go through those fjords in Norway. I mean, the walls are like super close. They almost look like you could dang near reach out and touch the rocks as you cruise by. I mean, I know in some spots that Alaska was closed, but not like it looks in up there. Plus, waterfalls and green and beautiful, and
yeah,
that'd be so awesome.
Ray says, get into Miami and go to Little Havana, great Cubans, drinks, and people. Well, there you go.
When you're in Miami, maybe maybe you can go get some real, some way more authentic Cuban food than you're ever going to get anywhere other than Cuba.
Yeah. Texas Cruiser says British Islands are definitely on my bucket list. Shika says Panama Canal and Machu Picchu are on my husband's list.
What's wild that British Isles cruise is not They've got the one where the Regal Princess, she leaves out of Galveston and makes a few stops, goes to Fort Lauderdale, goes and does the British Isles. That's the one we looked at. It's a 28-day cruise. But man, price-wise, it is reasonable.
Yeah.
28 days is a little tougher.
You get your dog.
But that was a very reasonably priced cruise.
Yeah. Texas cruise, I think we read that one. Sheikah says, I want to do the Baltic cruise.
That would be a beautiful cruise,
Yes.
too.
Carolyn says, good choice, Chris. We will be doing the Northern Europe next summer and the Panama Transit this spring. Booking. There you go.
Yep, absolutely. Those are bucket list cruises for sure.
Carolyn agrees with Ray. Texas says, hi, Desiree. And Cheryl wants to know if we've been on a themed cruise. Only one.
We've been on an 80s cruise. And that's the only themed cruise, right?
Yeah.
It was purposely themed.
And it was a blast.
Yeah, we've been on an 80s themed cruise. And yeah, we did. We had a really good time. That was our Ruby Princess
Yes.
cruise. And it was all 80s. It was cool because all of the production shows were all 80s rock shows. We had a Bon Jovi cover band, a Journey cover band,
and Prince, but we missed Prince.
Yeah, you weren't feeling real well that last night, but then there was a Prince cover band, and then everything about the cruise was all 80s. Yeah, that cruise was a blast. Except for that there was one lady on the ship, and she was older. I don't think she realized she booked an 80s cruise because they had 80s stuff like on the walls and around the atrium and, in all the public spaces there were 80s stuff. She would walk by and yank it off the wall and throw it on the floor. And just be like, throw it on the floor. I don't think she realized she booked an 80s cruise. And I think she was unhappy once she got on board that ship because she loved to rip that stuff down. Remember that lady?
Yes.
And you'd see her more than once. Rip it right off the wall and throw it on the floor. I think she was quite disturbed that there were people 80s rocking out on that ship.
Yeah, she was. Nellie says, my friend booked a 14-day on Carnival Dreams and they had an error. Ocean View, $1,200. Carnival has since fixed the issue. Ha ha.
Snag it while it's there.
Yes. Carolyn wants to know what puppy's name is. This is Miko.
He is named after the raccoon from the Pocahontas Disney cartoon. I know it's a shock to think that our animals might be named after Disney characters, but he is. Tiffany takes her obsession to whole new levels.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So the girl again with the mouse on her shirt.
Carolyn says 80s. Wow, sounds wonderful. How many days?
That one was 5 nights, 4 nights? 5-night cruise.
5-night cruise.
That was a 5-night cruise. There are a lot of themed cruises out there. If you want to look at themed cruises, depending on what cruise line, usually if you go under special, go to the cruise line's website. They'll usually have something like special cruises or something like that. You click on that, and that's where they'll list their themed cruises and stuff like that. And you can find, that's what sometimes you'll find some of those unique ones. They won't generally, it may not list it in the, I'm looking for cruises between this month and this month. Usually you have to go under a special tab, and it'll show you those particular themed cruises. But yeah, they're fun. If you're into whatever that is, they're fun.
Texas Cruiser said, I love the President's Cruise on Allure out of Galveston a couple of years ago. President of Royal Caribbean, Michael Bailey, now knows how to put on.
Michael Bailey knows how to party.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no. Michael Bailey knows how to party. I've heard. Michael Bailey knows how to party.
Carolyn, haha, go Disney, of course. Bob says, we've been on 2 Texas country music cruises. That would be fun too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nellie Rick, Michael Bailey likes to say stuff and not mean it, such as Icon coming to Galveston.
Wow. Wow. That's just like walking by going, right in the back. Wow.
Attila says, Nellie, I wish I could do that 14-day on the dream, but I can't miss work 14 days in a row. Just can't swing it.
Dude, there is a one going out of Galveston in 2026. It's 14 nights. It's a journey cruise. Man, that cruise is awesome. It's going to like everything in the Eastern Caribbean, like you name it in the Eastern Caribbean is going to it. St. Thomas, St. Croix, St. Martin, St. Kitts, San Juan, a whole bunch of places, but it's a 14-nighter out of Galveston on Carnival. God, that's a beautiful itinerary.
Nellie says, laugh out loud. I know he didn't say that. Cheryl wants to know when I'm doing another recipe. When do we have another day off together?
Wednesday.
Wednesday. So
You have to get all the stuff for whichever you're going to do.
yeah, I had a request to do creme brulee. That one makes me a little nervous. I'll be completely honest with you. So I'm going to look and see what I can find. But creme brulee, that one, I don't know why it makes me nervous. It's kind of like macarons.
Oh, look at me.
I went and got all the stuff to make the macarons, and
My expertise is open microwave, insert plate, close microwave, nut button. Nowhere in my repertoire is creme brulee. Nowhere.
yeah, I know my daughter's done it, and she did like 4 attempts, and she finally gave up because she could never get it right. So that makes me a little nervous. So let me see what I can find.
Y'all have to stay on her backside otherwise. Because remember last week she said she was going to do tips with Tiffany again.
I know.
She hasn't filmed
I
nothing.
haven't filmed it.
I'll call you out.
Texas Cruiser says, now, Nellie, all in good time.
I'm staying out of the middle of that one.
Nellie says, I wish I could go until a nice Panama Canal. James says, sounds like Nellie trying to start something. Carolyn says, journey.
Okay.
That was great.
I don't know if Texas Cruiser, I don't know if Rick is planning on being on the August 16th sailing, but I can just see this argument around the cruise ship for a week.
It's going to be fun.
It's going to be fun. James and I are just going to be standing back there going, dang, he said that again?
Ray says, I forgot the ship, but those getting off was a rag of music and got an instant contact high.
That must have been reggae.
Reggae. There you go. Nellie, what? James, not me. Attila says, Chris, I was watching that Journey cruise. Man, I'd love to go, but sigh, work.
Yeah, that's a long cruise, but man, yeah, that itinerary is one of the best I've ever seen leaving out of Galveston, even for a Journeys cruise. That one is so.
Attila, I'm kind of in the same boat as you. There's no way I could get 14 days off.
I may have to go without Tiffany, and I'm willing to do this for you guys.
No, he's not.
Okay, willing to be.
Texas Cruiser, I'm waiting for the result of the referendum in Cayman about building piers there. I think it will pass. Their cruise business has dropped well over 50%.
I hope so. I know this has been an ongoing issue in Cayman's for more than a couple of years. But yeah, Cayman's at the problem now where they've got to decide whether or not they want cruise ships to continue to come there. Because as the cruise ships get bigger, they are not going to tender. They're going to skip tender ports. That's where Cayman's majority of their loss is coming from, because the ships don't want to tender.
Mm-hmm.
Too many passengers. It's not feasible to tender.
And it's already crowded enough when you have to tender get herded like cattle through there and pushing and shoving and
Well, Cayman's one of those ones too where the weather can make or break whether or not you can tender there. So the number of ships, so cruise lines, they're always a little wary to say, we'll keep scheduling this port over and over again because they don't want to plan to go to this port a whole bunch of times, then have to cancel it. That's bad. They don't like that. Much less passengers don't like it, but they don't want to tender these large ships. That's where Cayman's dropped out. So if Cayman wants to stay in the game and continue to get ships, they're going to have to build a pier.
Mhm.
It's the only way they're going to get the ships in. But it's a money versus environment issue there. So hopefully it does pass. I love the Cayman Islands. So I hope it does, and I hope it stays being a thing. But they're going to have to decide.
Carolyn wants to know, do you like Zydeco cruises? Be honest, Chris, especially out of NOLA.
Do I like what kind?
Zydeco.
What is a Zydeco?
So
I'm going to say I don't know because I'm not sure what that is. What is a Zydeco?
when she says that, I'm thinking like, especially out of New Orleans, like the Mardi Gras and
I've never been on one of those.
James says, laugh out loud. Yes, need to get Rick on that cruise. Be fun watching him and Ellie.
Yeah, I know.
California Linda's here.
Hello,
California
welcome.
Linda, Jeff saying hello, everyone. Nellie says they have a Zydeco cruise. Ooh.
Okay, this is where I feel lost. I have no idea what a Zydeco cruise is. So I obviously don't know if I like that.
Texas Cruiser. When Cayman builds those piers, we will see more Cayman, Cozumel, and Jamaica itinerary from Galveston again.
Agreed. 100%. 100%. And that's cool. I like it. I like going to Cayman. But let's see what they do.
Oh, it's type of music with washboards and like spoons and.
Oh, I've never heard that called Zydeco.
Okay.
I've heard that called, that's like Deliverance. Gotcha. Deliverance music out of New Orleans.
Nellie says
I can't do it though. I'm not gonna lie.
I just looked at the Zydeco out of Galveston too. Never been on Carnival before. Zydeco is that New Orleans music.
Oh, okay. Then so that kind of
It's like
jazzy. Yeah,
upbeat.
dirge. Well, some of it's like dirgy, kind of jazzy. So yeah, I've heard tunes in New Orleans and stuff before.
Yeah.
If it's like that, yeah, I've never been on one, but I've been to New Orleans and the music was awesome. So I'd go on a cruise and play that.
Yeah. Just Cody's here. Hello, everyone. Welcome, Cody. Texas Cruiser, keep stirring, James. Keep stirring.
Oh,
Alyssa music from New Orleans.
it's August is gonna be hilarious.
James says, yes, along with Chris, we will keep trying, Rick.
Stir that pot. Stir that pot. Book now, Rick. Now.
Bob says, I'm ready for Cayman and Jamaica. Nellie says, maybe when Liberty of the Seas comes, they will introduce the K. I have yet to cruise out of New Orleans, says Sheikah.
Yeah, we have not cruised out of New Orleans either. We skipped New Orleans and went to Mobile. Cruised out of Mobile.
You have.
I have. But I would like to do New Orleans simply because they cruise on part of the Mississippi River. I just like to say I was cruised down to it because it's so funny. I forget where I was looking. It was on Facebook because that's where so much crap to get started is on Facebook. And somebody was sailing out of New Orleans on a Carnival cruise ship, and you have to sail down part of the river to get to the mouth and head out. And somebody was posting on there that they were stupid, a liar, a bunch of name calling and stuff. About cruise ships don't sail up the Mississippi River. And then it's like, yeah, there's kind of one part where they do.
Yeah.
But
They also sail the Amazon River. I know that's a different area, but
what cruise ship goes up the Amazon River?
there's The Zandam is on the Amazon right now.
I think the Amazon was wide enough for that.
It's there.
Okay. I will take your word for that.
Mm-hmm.
Gracie, don't know what you're talking
Attila says Zydeco is more Creole than jazzy, but it's all a melting pot of music down there. Texas Cruiser says my favorite itinerary is the Cozumel, Jamaica, and Cayman. Margaret's here. Welcome, Margaret. Glad we're getting more royal ships in Los Angeles. Have Navigator booked in May. Ovation of the Seas booked June. And booking Quantum for October or November. Haven't decided yet.
Yeah, that is nice for California. Definitely nice. West Coast, getting a few more ships, getting a little extra love from Royal Caribbean.
Yeah.
That is nice.
Attila says, Rick, I'll be doing that itinerary next year. Margaret from Nelly, I'm on Quantum October 2nd. And Ray says you need a bigger stir stick.
We're still a couple months away from August. Right now, I'm gently stirring. As we get a little closer, it'll be oar-sized.
Linda at Nelly, you would enjoy the Norwegian fjords. Just plan to dress warm. Nordkap is cold, but absolutely beautiful and majestic.
I've seen the pictures of those kinds of places. They look absolutely majestic.
Margaret at Nelly, we're looking later in October or early November, but you never know. Nelly says, unpopular opinion, but I love Roatan.
So do we. So do we. With some caveats. Not a big fan of Cox and Hull, of that particular cruise port. So tiny, so itty bitty. I know they were building it last time we were there. It's under construction, so it is getting bigger. But I do love Mahogany Bay. Mahogany Bay and Roatan. Remember that? To me, that's one of the prettiest cruise ports out there. That's just pure cruise port. So love some Roatan. And we've been out of the cruise port in Roatan. The last time we were there, James was with us. We were out of the cruise port. And, I mean, it's got places in it like any other place. You can see Mexico, which is not, I guess, the nicest. I don't know how to word it, but, but I like it.
Yeah, I did too. Texas Cruiser says, I would book Liberty in a fast minute if she did the Cozumel, Cayman, Jamaica itinerary. Nelly, love to sail with you and tell big cruising story lies. Carolyn says, yes, the Mississippi River smell, and you get to see the ship turn in the river. Texas Cruiser, that is totally awesome, Attila.
Yeah. It's an experience, though. It's an experience I'd like to do. Texas Cruiser, you want to sail with Nelly and us? August 16th, Harmony of the Seas. We're there.
Attila says, the Amazon, yeah, it's extremely big and deep for the first part. It can hold a big ship.
I have learned something absolutely new today. I had no clue.
The only reason I know that is because I watched a video today where they were sailing on the Amazon, and the person I was watching, they're on the Zandam.
Were you watching J&D?
No, I was watching.
Because I think they're on the Zandam doing a North Pole, South Pole cruise.
I watched Christine. Her husband is like a chief engineer or something like that.
Oh, okay.
On that ship. In Roatan, I get off the ship, buy some rum, then get back on board. So it's Texas Cruiser.
I said it depends on what we're going on. If we're in Mahogany Bay, we're off for the whole day. We like Mahogany Bay.
Yes. Margaret Shika at Margaret, I'm excited about the Ovation coming to the West Coast. Margaret says, I don't think the Mexican Riviera gets enough love. Puerto Vallarta, Cabo, etc. No hurricanes to worry about and tons to do.
We haven't not sailed down that side, but we love all things Mexico, so I'm pretty sure we would have a blast and have a really great time over there.
Yeah.
I mean, Food, tequila, the people. That's a great day. We're huge fans of Mexico, though.
Yes. Carolyn says Nellie with love, Roatan too.
Mm-hmm.
Margaret at Chica, me too. The minute I saw it pop up, I booked it. And then Chica does not get tired of the Mexican Riviera. Ray says, I'm with Texas Cruiser.
Yeah, I mean, our most common one that we hit, of course, being on our side of the landmass here, is Cozumel. And honestly, we never get tired of Cozumel. As many times as we've been there, we always find something new to do, something new to see we missed before. We got our favorite place we usually hit and eat, and things like that. But
Chica says you need to come join her on a cruise to the Mexican Riviera.
that's also on our list.
Yes.
But I want to cruise out of Long Beach, specifically Long Beach.
Yes. Queen Mary.
Right, because I want to spend the night on the Queen Mary the night before.
Yes.
I want to see it. I want to go see the ghosts.
Attila says, Rick on Royal, when you buy the rum, do they take it from you when you get back on the ship? Attila says, love Honduras too.
And Dan, I can answer that. Yes, all of them. I don't know a cruise line that doesn't take it away from you and give it back to you.
Nellie says, I looked at Legend of the Seas interior, Fort Lauderdale interior was $4,000. Ha ha ha. Nope.
Yeah, that's a big old
James says, yes, Margaret had friends sail the West Coast recently and they love it. It's on my bucket list. I think all the places I haven't been are on my bucket list.
Well, I'll tell you what, James, after we do Harmony here in August, maybe we'll look earlier in the beginning part of 2026, sometime before summer, and maybe we'll go do West Coast. What do you think?
Yeah.
And maybe we'll book it out to the West Coast and find a ship out there that we all want to do.
Texas Cruiser says, yes, they do, Attila. I usually take about 6 bottles of booze when I get back home. Attila, what if I drink it all before I board? Now, maybe in your younger days, but now too old for that.
Then you will stagger terribly getting back on the ship.
Yes.
And that would be a lot.
Yes. Especially 6 bottles. Good night.
Yeah, I don't even think we could get down 6 drinks in Mexico.
Now Rick, they set up a shelf for you for those bottles.
Yeah, I don't need 6 bottles. I don't think I could get 6 drinks down in Mexico and then be okay.
Carolyn says Mexican Riviera has been dangerous and become less desired for cruising for us. Just my opinion.
I've heard that there's been some issues and stuff like that. I haven't heard too much of it affecting cruise passengers though. But of course, we've seen stuff on this side. We've seen stuff in the Caribbean, and things like that. But honestly, right at this moment, it wouldn't stop me from going.
Texas Cruiser says I'll buy rum and Roatan, tequila and Cozumel, and 2 bottles of whiskey from the duty-free shop on the ship. You're missing 2 bottles.
That's because you're driving back to the ship. No, that's 6. Well, 2 in Roatan, 2 in tequila, and 2 in the duty free shop. That's
Okay.
6.
Nellie, the Quantum cruise I'm going is just 4 days, but I want to just see how it is. That is supposed to be by, says Texas Cruiser. I caught it. James says, yes, I would do that, Chris, as I have heard good stuff about it.
Well, there we go. We have a rough plan for the beginning of next year.
Okay.
Well, we got James to come to Galveston and cruise with us.
Yes.
We're going on our second cruise. We might as well just keep up and start forming a new tradition. Next time we'll go to California.
Yeah.
And then, and then we'll be hitting Miami after that.
Yeah.
Works for me.
James says, Texas, you got covered.
That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot. But I guess it really all depends because I have seen Tiffany, while she has not brought bottles back on, I have seen her bring bags and packages of coffee on in every cruise port before. I've seen Tiffany come home with 6+ different types of coffee.
Yes. By the way, I have Jamaica coffee coming soon.
Do you have someone going to Jamaica? Tiffany has formed a network of friends and people out there. If somebody goes to Disney, they know to bring her back a popcorn bucket. Now she has somebody going to Jamaica who now will bring her back Jamaican coffee.
Yes.
Tiffany has her snack, collectible, and drink network formed. She had someone go to Alaska and bring her back fireweed jelly.
Yes.
Uh,
I have friends in high places.
So what it really comes down to is Tiffany is using her influence abilities from being on the internet to convincing people to bring her stuff from around the planet. She pays for it all, but yes, since you're there, pick up this list of items. I like these things.
Yes. Attila says, good point, but prices for whiskey bottles on the ship store, is it really a good deal in duty free or same as on land in Texas?
Is it really good whiskey? Now, while I have not drank in years and years and years, since I was in the military, those who were in the military know how that works. I was in Ireland once, and we were allowed to do some purchasing. I chose whiskey when I was in Ireland. Seemed like the right thing to do at the time. Wow, that stuff was good. Good God, that stuff was good. I'm not a big drinker, but if I was to land in Ireland, I would get another bottle of whiskey. Just because, wow.
Nellie said the Mexican cruise I want to do from California would go to Cabo. I think I would want to do that too. Yeah.
Well, since I've never been to any of those places, I would be okay with any of them, to be honest with you. I haven't been to any to say I like or dislike, so it would be like a free for all. It'd be like, it's gonna go here. Oh,
Yeah.
Ritter.
Carolyn says with a stop in Catalina. That sounds fun too. Texas Cruisers says, I'm drinking a glass of tequila tonight for my first cruise ship Song of America. She went to the scrapyard last month. It was an awesome cruise, 1988, that introduced me to cruising.
Yeah, I saw today too. The United States, the SS United States, has officially left Philadelphia. She is heading on her 2-week journey to Mobile, Alabama, where she is going to get some work done on her for about 12 months, and then she's going to get sunk and become a reef.
Yeah.
So, still better than scrapping. She's obviously not going to be cruising and taking passengers on, but she will still be fulfilling a purpose. And our autofocus is just going wackadoodle crazy. It might be you that's doing it.
What am I doing?
You're moving and you're causing the autofocus to go crazy.
Weirdo. Until Bob says, Attila, I bought 4 bottles of Crown for $80. Yeah, that's a good price for Crown. Carolyn Tiffany, yum to coffee. It is so good. It is good. Jamaican coffee, that Blue Mountain. Oh, and you can get Blue Mountain here. It's just not the same. To me, it's not the same.
You know why, right?
Because it's not. I'm not in Jamaica with it.
No, because in Jamaica, they filter it through a sock. It has to go through. I'm not positive the sock is clean, but it has something to do with the sock. In Jamaica, it's not a filter.
Yeah.
It's a sock. It's a sock coffee. So it tastes different.
Yes. Ray says you were getting a stink eye from me about coffee. James says, Chris, I've been thinking about moving to Galveston area, so it's possible. Tired of the very cold weather up north here. Just need to do it. Just say, okay, I'm going.
Well, planning cruises would be easier if he was closer.
Yes.
We don't have to worry about flying no more.
Yeah.
Unless we go coast to coast.
Texas Cruiser says, Bob, I got 2 bottles of Crown Royal Black on Harmony for $35.
That's a damn good price, actually. I drink it and I know that's a good price.
When you're planning to go to Long Beach, fly into Long Beach instead of LAX. Awesome to know, Tiffany, that you like fireweed jelly. We both love. Don't let him fool you. He ate more of it than I did, but
I like the fireweed stuff too.
I really enjoyed all of that fireweed stuff. So yes, anytime anybody's going to Alaska and I can talk them into bringing some back, yes.
Yeah, that's one thing we do pretty regularly on cruises. We try to find something that we've never heard of before, especially if we come across something like we'd never been up there. We had no idea what fireweed was. We started seeing all this stuff with fireweed on it. So naturally, we're like, what is this? They told us what it is, and we bought some, ate some, and loved it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the joy of cruising, though. It's like, oh, I've never heard of this. Let me put it in my mouth.
Yes. Margaret says,
we're like adult toddlers.
If you're doing Carnival out of Long Beach, it's either Radiance, Forenza, Friends, or Panorama for the foreseeable future.
Ooh, but that's Carnival Italian
Yes.
season. So I would do that one.
Chris Moss is here. Welcome, Chris. 30 days until my cruise to the Mexican Riviera. Awesome. You're going to have to let us know how it goes.
Yeah, absolutely. Since we were just talking about planning a Mexican Riviera cruise.
Wow. Attila says, wow, 80 and 35. Carnival prices are higher for what you get, but one difference is on land. A bottle is like 750 milliliters, and ships sell liter bottles, so you get more for the price. Chica is being classy and drinking a Modelo. It's being
okay. Well, you know what that told me in that entire statement right there? Chris apparently is not classy. He did not even know what it was. You're drinking what?
Carolyn seriously sock coffee?
You got to bring that down to my level. Drinking Natty Light? Oh, I got you.
Texas Cruiser says, laugh out loud. Chica Modelo is very good. Nice Christmas. Have to tell us about it. Texas Cruiser, I agree. Attila, Carolyn, yes, Linda, big difference in those airports. California, Linda, Tiffany, we will be in Alaska in May. I will add fireweed jelly to my list of things you need. When in Texas, I stock up on cafe au lait, especially. She's speaking to me.
The San Antonio flavor.
San Antonio flavor. So,
okay.
Yes.
That's the HB one, right?
Yes. You will have to email me your address and I will give you the hookup. I will send you some because right now I am getting the Christmas in a Cup cafe au lait half price because they put it out too late, and that is like my ultimate favorite. But I love the San Antonio flavor, and I like the I think it's the Houston flavor also.
I like the pecan one.
Yes. So cafe au lait that's probably the only reason I shop at HEB is for the coffee.
But yeah, she's really into that Christmas in a Cup they put out every year for Christmas. She's got an entire counter full in there. They put it 50% off, so she just goes in there and loads up on that. But there you go.
Yeah. I will get you the hookup. And yes, I would love some fireweed jelly. Yes. See, I would even eat bread for that.
See, look, that's like the perfect trade.
Yes.
Coffee for fireweed.
Yes. Even Texas Cruiser says cafe au lait is good coffee.
Oh, I believe it.
You just don't drink coffee.
I just don't drink coffee. I don't have an opinion on it.
Attila says, I'm classy and drinking hot tea. Gotta stay warm. Hey, I drink hot tea sometimes too.
I'm drinking a Blue Monster.
I've
upgraded from white to blue.
Yeah, see, that's what this was when we first came on, was the cafe au lait Christmas in a Cup. Yes. So.
Y'all are getting way too sophisticated for me.
I love it. Everybody's cheering everybody. Texas Cruiser loves the pecan flavor. The Texas pecan.
Well, you know Texans like it.
Yeah.
It's an HEB thing. But it's really cool that the people from outside of Texas also love it.
Yes.
It's like the love just spreads.
Mm-hmm. I love it. You have to tell me if you've tried any of the other flavors. And do you need ground or cake?
You sound like a dealer.
No.
Psst, psst. You want to lose her in a couple. You know, I ship her.
They have the beans too.
I'll
So
stuff it in
if
teddy
you
bears.
want to grind it yourself, they have the beans.
You'll stuff it in teddy bears before you ship it. When you get it, strip the head off the bear. Pour it out.
Chris says, I've done Discovery Princess flying into LAX, flying out of LGB.
Discovery Princess was love that ship.
Yes, that was an awesome ship.
Discovery Princess was an awesome, awesome cruise ship. Also, one of my, I have to say, the Princess might be my second favorite cruise line, and that's just because they have the Princess Plus package.
Yes. It checks box.
It checks the box.
Yes. Attila says pecan flavor. Yeah, one of my wife's favorites. I tend to make mine plain, no flavor most times.
I was thinking in my head, all right, if Royal Caribbean, right, was to get a Guy's Burgers and have a Princess Plus package,
And a Mickey Mouse.
that would be for you. That would be the perfect cruise line.
Yeah.
They just need a Guy's Burgers and a Princess Plus package.
He says, look at Tiffany, work smarter, not harder.
She will. She absolutely will. She can wheel.
And an international cafe. Yes, they've got to have the international cafe.
Oh, that's true. And the International
Yeah.
Cafe. Oh, good call on that. I almost forgot about that one.
Yes. And the gelato place.
Well, remember, they have ice cream on board, not necessarily the gelato, but you know, sometimes they got the Ben and Jerry's, they got the cupcake place. Of course, they got the soft serve, and you can go up to Swirls. No, that's on Princess. That's not on Royal Caribbean.
Yeah.
But Royal Caribbean still has the soft serve.
Chris says, this is my first Princess cruise. I normally cruise Royal or Celebrity. I personally think you're going to love it. But
Yeah, I do too. The Discovery Princess is an extremely beautiful ship. She's well laid out. And the International Cafe is going to hook you 24 hours a day. You're thirsty, you need a cup of coffee, you need a snack, 24 hours a day. It's right there. If you like coffee, there's a coffee shop in 3 different locations on that ship.
even in the buffet,
Yeah, there's a specialty coffee shop in the buffet
right in the center of the buffet.
that a lot of people, when we sailed on, didn't realize it was there, and there's almost never a line.
Yes. It was very good cruise.
And plus, I like the medallion technology too.
Yes. Texas Cruiser says, I may be weird, but I love the regular coffee from Cafe Promenade. It was good. I liked it.
That's just where you get it in your cup.
Yeah.
Which usually she gets on Royal. That's usually what she has first thing in the morning. Because you almost always get it from the promenade.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm usually down on that lower deck
Mm-hmm.
first. So yeah, you've drank that one tons of times.
Yeah. It's good. I do like that one. Cafe Basil. I'm sorry if I butchered that. On Celebrity is pretty good. We haven't done Celebrity, so I haven't had that one. That's from Chris. And then Texas says, I have heard that, Chris. Now if I can lure a celebrity ship to Galveston.
I'm with you on that. I'm absolutely with you on that. I would help you lure a celebrity ship to Galveston just to get on it.
Sheeta says, cruising on the Sapphire Princess in May.
Oh, I know this all of a sudden. But I like Princess. Princess has got And that's where, people always say, what's your favorite? Which one do you like the best? Man, that is really so hard to pick and choose.
Mhm.
Because I can talk about each cruise line and say all these wonderful things that I like about each one of them. And some of them got a couple things they do a little bit better. They got that extra little touches but yeah, if one cruise line was to pick up some of those extras, they'd have me for life.
Yeah.
More so than any of the others.
Bring it on over, Rick. And then James agrees he would do Celebrity if they came to Galveston.
Mm-hmm.
That would be nice. I like Celebrity Cruise Line.
I said I'm hoping that the hints and the rumors and the suggestive nature of what Royal Caribbean is saying is true. That they're going to want to test one out over here.
Margaret says you can stay at the Queen Mary and still cruise Princess or Royal out of San Pedro. It's only about 6 miles from the Queen Mary, and there are buses and Ubers and etc.
And that's cool. But I have this really lazy streak where if I could walk off one and walk on the other, that's thumbs up. Which is kind of my. Now, I could be wrong, and I could be deceptively wrong in the way the pictures look too. But they look like where the cruise ship is and where the Queen Mary is, looks like they're pretty close. And if they really are that close, like Harbor House close, and I can just walk across, I like that.
Yeah. California Linda and Chris love or have fun. We are Princess Cruisers, except for our group cruise. For the best barista, check out where the captain orders his coffee. There's a difference in baristas. That is a good tip. I'm going to keep that in mind.
Have we ever seen the captain get a coffee? I've seen officers.
I've seen officers, but not so much the captain. So, I don't know. Chica says, love the Queen Mary. James says, I would do that. Margaret, for sure. Have you been since they upgraded it? Take the tour on the Queen Mary.
Oh, I want to take tour. I want to sleep on it. I want to book it for the hotel and get the whole Queen Mary experience. I want to be on there at night, and do the nighttime tour. I want to see.
I'd say have fun, but I ain't staying in the room by myself because the ghost will get me.
I know what you mean.
California Linda Chica, enjoy your upcoming cruise. Carolyn says, yes, Chris. Margaret says, it is. You can absolutely walk from the Queen Mary and to the Carnival Terminal in about 5 minutes. They're literally right next to each other.
That's the one I want to go on in. I love that, just being able to walk. In Galveston, they said we stay at the Harbor House, which is right next to the terminals, and they even have the park and stay or park and cruise, so I can park there, walk to the cruise ship, walk right back, get in the truck, and drive off. Love that about staying down there in Galveston. I'm all about that.
Desiree says your show is until 9. No, we're just running really late today because we're having fun.
Oh, God, I didn't realize we'd been on here this long.
Chris said I did the tour a while ago, didn't think about staying on it. Texas Cruisers at Port of Galveston is having a lot of discussions about a 5th cruise terminal. I really think we will get a celebrity ship when that happens.
I think we're going to get it before then. I think that they're going to test it on Royal Caribbean's terminal.
Yeah. That's
my opinion. If it's rumors are remotely true that they want to bring one in and test it, I see it doing it on the Royal Caribbean terminal. Because then there's really nothing extra they got to do other than bring a ship here. Try it out, see if it works. I know it's going to work. I think it's going to be spectacular, and they'll want to keep one here. But from their point of view, they're going to want to test it as cheap as possible, which means docking it at Royal Caribbean.
Yeah.
To me, that makes the most amount of sense. And if we get a 5th terminal, which I think Galveston is going to, they're talking about it already. I think that's when we start to see other full-time, we start to see maybe some Holland America come in. Things like that. More cruise ships staying here permanently.
Attila says, I've watched officers get coffee at the Java Blue on Carnival, but they are often busy with long wait times. For me, I've got to have my coffee now. I kind of agree, Attila. There's always a long line at Java Blue. Shika, yes, it is fun staying on the Queen Mary. Texas Cruiser says, I agree, Chris. Celebrity is destined for Galveston.
Mm-hmm.
California Linda at Attila. The fun, a great cup of coffee is. Oh, wait. California Linda at Attila the Fun. A great cup of coffee is well worth the wait. This is true too. Very
You usually time it pretty well with your Java Blue on Carnival, where
Yeah.
you just get in at the perfect time, get your coffee, and off you go.
Yeah. I think Celebrity will get there sooner rather than later, especially with MSC making a presence there.
Yeah. I said, unless Celebrity changes something, though, because the majority of the 2026 itineraries are out. Royal Caribbean's the other one that's been a little shady on some of their shorter cruises and stuff, but a lot of the 2026 stuff is posted already. But I see it coming in the next. I see definitely a possibility in the next rotation, in the next scheduling, maybe late 2026,
Yeah.
2027.
So this is very true, Linda, but my patience for caffeine is pretty low in the morning.
You know what? Mine is too, which is why I have mine in a can, in a fridge. So when I wake up, it's out the door. So, but all right, I think we are actually going to get ready to wrap this up because we have been on here almost an hour and a half. I've been losing track of time doing these shows. They're so much fun. Oh, no, I 100% agree. It has been so much fun. We've been having really good conversations, and next it's been an hour and a half.
Yeah, we're getting them hooked up on fireweed jelly and coffee, and we're having a great day.
Right, because the stuff in 10 years. Yes, I got it. Weirdo. But we do want to thank everybody for being here. It's been a super awesome conversation. It's been a ton of fun. Love having everybody here. Everybody getting involved. Everybody's got some upcoming cruises. We got plans for the future. So we're going to be doing some sailing out of Long Beach, a little Mexican Riviera. I'm excited about that.
Yes. Thank you, Carolyn. I am feeling a lot better. So thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you everybody for being here. We love it.
Yes. Well, she was telling me to get well.
She needs to get well. She's not right. Not right at all.
Shika said this was a fun live. Time flew by. Have a great rest of your week. See you guys next week. Chris says I like getting coffee delivered to the room in the morning. So does James.
On his balcony.
Yes. Nellie says, all right, I'll take care. Great with you all. Family, talk to you next week. Day before my Mariner. Ha. Bob.
That's stir the pot with us.
Yes. Bob says, I'm boarding Jewel in the morning, leaving this cold. See y'all in 2 weeks. Have a great trip, Bob.
I figured it out. Martin's a pot stirrer.
That's all right.
Nelly be stirring the pot with us.
That's
He's stirring
okay.
the pot with Rick.
Texas Cruiser says, love you guys. Okay, even you, Nelly.
Oh my God. We are going to have a ton of fun on the ship. This is just going to be, it's going to be such a blast.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, so anybody that wants to join just for pure fun and hang out, August the 16th, Harmony of the Seas, out of Galveston, Texas. Some of these characters right here in this chat are going to be on board that ship, and this little comedy show is going to go live.
I love it.
So I hold no responsibility if security's chasing anybody across the ship. All right? I'm just going to say that out front. Chris is not responsible. Participant possibly, but not responsible.
Nelly says, last shot, Rick, my brother.
All right, you guys. All right, so we will be back next week to continue this because this is just too much fun. I gotta figure out where the button is. Okay, there we go. All right, but thank you everybody for being here. We really, really appreciate it. Love doing these lives. Love talking to you guys. We have the absolute best cruising community, the best cruising family out there. I don't care how big anybody else's channel is, how many people come. Ours is number one. And I'll challenge any other content creator to prove they have a better cruising family than we do.
Yes.
Right? I'll take ours over anybody else's any day. But you guys have yourself a great night. And like always,
We'll see you out on the high seas.
good night, everybody.